Sarah stared at her bank statement and realized her savings account was earning less interest than a vending machine dispenses candy. Meanwhile, her coworker who started investing for beginners 3 years ago just put a down payment on a house. If you're watching this video on how to start investing in 2026, you're already ahead of most people because you're taking the first step, learning. In this complete beginner's guide to investing, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to start investing smartly with step-by-step strategies that actually work. Whether you're learning how to invest with little money or looking for the best investment strategy for beginners, I've got you covered. No confusing jargon, no get-rich-quick schemes, just practical investing tips. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do with your money to start building wealth in 2026. So let's dive into this Investing for Beginners tutorial. Step 1. Get your financial house in order. Before you start investing money, you need to make sure your financial foundation is solid. This is the first rule of smart investing and personal finance. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't start decorating the bedroom before you've laid the foundation, right? Let me tell you about Marcus. He was so excited about investing in stocks that he threw $2,000 in the stock market while carrying $5,000 in credit card debt at 22% interest. Here's the thing. His investments would need to return 22% just to break even with the interest he was paying. That's like running on a treadmill that's going backwards. So here's what you need to do first when learning how to invest wisely. Pay off any high-interest debt, anything above 6 or 7% interest. Credit cards, personal loans, these are wealth killers. Next, build an emergency fund with 3 to 6 months of expenses. This isn't being boring, it's being smart about money management. This money keeps you from having to sell your investments at the worst possible time when the market dips and you suddenly need cash for a car repair or medical bill. Keep this emergency fund somewhere safe and accessible. A high-yield savings account is perfect for beginner investors. And yes, they still exist in 2026, you just have to look for them online. Once these 2 boxes are checked, you're ready to start investing and building passive income. Step 2. Understand your investment timeline and risk tolerance. This is where most beginners mess up when starting their investment journey. They don't ask themselves 2 crucial questions about investing. When do I need this money? And how well do I sleep at night when things get rocky? Jennifer learned this investing lesson the hard way. She was 28 and saving for a house she wanted to buy in 2 years. Her friend told her to put everything in tech stocks because that's where the money is and that's the best way to invest. 6 months later, the stock market dropped 15%, and Jennifer had to delay her house purchase by a year. The problem wasn't the market volatility, it was that she was using the wrong investment strategy for the job. Here's the rule for smart investing. Money you need within 5 years shouldn't be aggressively invested in stocks. That's your house down payment, your wedding fund, your new car money. Keep that safe. But money you won't need for 10, 20, or 30 years for long-term investing and retirement planning. That can handle the ups and downs of the stock market because you have time to recover and benefit from compound interest. Now, risk tolerance is personal when it comes to investing money. Some people check their investment portfolio daily and panic at every 2% drop. Others can watch their investments fall 30% and sleep like babies. Be honest with yourself about your investing style. There's no shame in being a conservative investor. A 7% return that you can stick with is better than a potential 12% return that makes you sell everything in a panic. Step 3. Take advantage of tax-advantaged accounts. This is literally free money that most people leave on the table when starting to invest. And I'm not exaggerating when I say it's one of the best investment strategies for beginners. David worked at a company that matched his retirement contributions dollar for dollar up to 5% of his salary. For 3 years, he didn't participate in this retirement investing because he didn't understand investing. That's 3 years of a 100% instant return he just ignored. When he finally did the math, he realized he'd left over $15,000 on the table. Don't be like David when you start investing. Here's what you need to know about investing for retirement. If your employer offers a retirement plan match, contribute at least enough to get the full match. That's a guaranteed 50% to 100% return instantly. You will not find that anywhere else in any investment strategy, not in stocks, not in real estate investing, nowhere. After you've maxed out the employer match, look at opening an individual retirement account for tax-advantaged investing. These investment accounts let your money grow tax-free or tax-deferred, which is a massive advantage over regular taxable investment accounts. This is crucial for building wealth and achieving financial independence. Imagine two identical twins who invest the same amount in the same funds. One uses a tax-advantage account for smart investing, the other doesn't. After 30 years, the one using the tax-advantaged account could have 25% to 40% more money. Same investments, same contributions, just a smarter investment account wrapper. The exact contribution limits change every year, so check the current numbers for 2026 investing. But the principle remains. Use these accounts first before investing in regular taxable accounts. Step 4. Start with index funds, the best investment for beginners. Now we get to the actual investing part, and this is where I'll share the best way to invest for beginners. And I'm going to save you years of headaches with 3 words: buy index funds. Thomas thought he was smarter than everyone else at stock picking. He spent hours every day researching individual stocks, reading analyst reports, watching financial news for investment advice. After 2 years of exhausting effort, he'd underperformed a simple market index fund by 4% per year. Meanwhile, his sister bought a total stock market index fund, checked it twice a year, and beat him while spending maybe an hour total on investing. The kicker? She had more time to spend with her kids, travel, and actually enjoy her life while building passive income. Here's why index funds are brilliant for beginners and honestly the best investment strategy for most experienced investors too. Instead of trying to pick winning stocks, you buy a tiny piece of hundreds or thousands of companies at once through index fund investing. One fund gives you instant diversification and exposure to the entire stock market. If one company fails, you barely notice because you own so many others. The fees are incredibly low for index fund investing, often less than 0.1% per year, compared to 1% or more for actively managed funds. That difference compounds into hundreds of thousands of dollars over a lifetime of investing. And here's the best part about this investment strategy. About 90% of professional fund managers can't beat index funds over the long term. So why would you try when you're just learning how to invest? Start with a total market index fund that covers your entire home stock market. Then add an international index fund for global exposure and diversification. That's it for beginner investing. You don't need 50 different funds. 2 to 4 index funds can give you complete global diversification for long-term wealth building. Step 5. Dollar cost, averaging, and automation. Trying to time the market is a fool's errand, even for experienced investors. Even professionals get market timing wrong constantly. Rachel waited for the perfect time to start investing. She had $10,000 sitting in cash, waiting for the stock market to drop so she could buy the dip. 2 years later, the market had gone up 35%, and she was still waiting for the best time to invest. She'd missed out on $3,500 of gains by trying to be clever instead of just starting to invest. Meanwhile, her brother used dollar cost averaging, investing $200 every week regardless of whether the market was up or down, and his investment portfolio steadily grew. This investment strategy is called dollar cost averaging, and it's one of the best ways to invest for beginners. You invest a fixed amount regularly, whether that's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. When prices are high, your money buys fewer shares. When prices are low, you automatically buy more shares. Over time, you average out the cost and remove emotion from investing. Here's how to implement this smart investing approach. Set up automatic transfers from your bank account to your investment account. Make it happen before you even see the money. Most investing platforms let you set this up in about 5 minutes. Then, set your investment account to automatically purchase your chosen index funds. This is passive investing at its finest. The beauty of automation in investing is that you can't chicken out. You can't panic sell your investments. You can't get lazy and skip months of investing. The system runs without you, which paradoxically makes you a better investor because you're not constantly messing with your portfolio. Step 6. Keep learning, but avoid paralysis. Investing is a lifelong learning journey, but don't let learning about investing turn into an excuse for not starting your investment journey. Kevin spent 18 months reading investing books, watching YouTube videos about how to invest, and lurking on personal finance forums before he invested his first dollar. He wanted to understand everything perfectly about the stock market before starting. Meanwhile, his friend Alex spent one weekend learning the basics of investing for beginners, started investing immediately with a simple 3-fund portfolio, and 18 months later had built real wealth while continuing to learn about investing along the way. Kevin finally started his investment journey, but realized he'd lost 1.5 years of market gains and compound interest. Here's the balance for beginner investors. You need enough knowledge to avoid major investing mistakes, but you don't need a finance degree to start building wealth. You've now got the fundamentals of smart investing from this video. That's enough to begin your journey to financial freedom. Start with a simple investment strategy, invest consistently, and keep educating yourself about personal finance over time. Read a book or two on investing and wealth building. The Simple Path to Wealth or The Boglehead's Guide to Investing are both excellent resources for learning how to invest. Follow a few reputable financial educators and investment advisors, but be skeptical of anyone promising quick riches or secret investment strategies. Real wealth building is boring, consistent, and takes time with smart investing habits. Check your investment portfolio quarterly, not daily. Rebalance your investments once or twice a year if needed, and resist the urge to constantly tinker with your investing strategy. The best investors are often the ones who do the least because they've set up a good system for passive income and let time and compound interest work its magic. Conclusion. So there you have it. 6 steps to start investing smartly in 2026. Get your financial house in order, understand your investment timeline and risk tolerance, maximize tax-advantaged retirement accounts, invest in index funds, automate your contributions with dollar-cost averaging, and keep learning about investing without overthinking. Remember Sarah from the beginning of this investing tutorial? She followed these exact steps for smart investing. 2 years later, she's not rich, but she's building wealth steadily through index fund investing. She sleeps better at night, knowing her money is working for her instead of slowly losing value to inflation in a savings account. And she's not worried about picking stocks or timing the market because she's built an investment system that works for long-term wealth. The best time to start investing was 10 years ago. The second best time to invest is today. You don't need to be perfect at investing. You don't need thousands of dollars to start investing. You just need to start your investment journey. Take that first step this week. Open an investment account. Set up an automatic transfer. Buy your first index fund. Your future self will thank you for starting to invest today. If you found this guide to investing for beginners helpful, give this video a like and subscribe for more practical financial advice and investment strategies. Drop a comment and let me know where you are in your investing journey. And remember, investing isn't about getting rich quick. It's about building wealth slowly through smart investing and actually staying rich. Now go start investing and build that wealth.